So do I think the future of the world is living mobile to fill the gap for affordable housing and flexibility as technology changes economies? For some, yes. For most, no. Because most people are creatures of habit and it will take them several years to change habits. However, if conditions continue to go a certain way, people at the end of the day would have no choice but to adapt, whether it's a mobile lifestyle or whatever. Is RVing and the mobile lifestyle the way of the future to fill the gap for affordable housing, to fill the gap for an economy that is driven by technology and that is going to cause a lot of mobility and flexibility to adapt and change to current economics? Is the mobile lifestyle the future? Well, it's possible. It's possible that it will provide a lot of value for a certain group of people that have a certain mindset. It can be affordable, but there needs to be a discipline and a budget because many people overspend on RVs because the attractive, very versatile RVs usually cost more money. The very basic, unattractive, uninspiring RVs don't cost much money. So it's like everything in life, like you have to really be conscious and diligent to make the RV life affordable. But if it's done right, you can live the RV or mobile lifestyle cheaper than regular housing. If done right, you can use the fact that your house is on wheels, whether in a motorhome, travel trailer, van, whatever, and you can use that flexibility to change states, to change towns, and to get jobs in areas that have better economics. So I think because of those specific reasons, the RV/mobile lifestyle provides a lot of benefit for those who enter the market and stay disciplined in the market to achieve the objectives of affordability and flexibility. However, the future of the world going mobile is going to take time, and I don't think it will ever take the majority of, I don't think the majority of society will be normally living on wheels unless more economic downturn, more pressure is put on the force to go that way. Why? Because most people, humans, are creatures of habit. Most people want to be in one area with the same routine, same supermarkets, same area, they want to be by family members. They want to just kind of keep a natural flow in life and only go on vacation and seek adventure periodically, because traveling, adapting, and changing requires a level of mental strength, and it could be aggravating. And if you're not budgeting, it could be more expensive than living a conforming life where you have fixed costs once you get into a routine. So I really, really like the mobile RV lifestyle. It really filled a gap in my life to serve as a transition between moving from New Jersey to Florida before I was able to secure a remote job. Okay, so I didn't want to buy a house in Florida because I didn't have an income yet there, and I didn't want to buy another house in New Jersey. So where do you stay for housing? Well, you can stay in an RV, you can stay in a van, or even a car if you're very young and single. And you can use that to bounce back and forth or to do whatever you need until a situation in your life would change. And then what happened for me is I saw such value in having the option to start your vehicle and be able to go anywhere else if your job, if your health, if your family circumstance change, that I said, wow, I don't know if I'd want to give that up for the value of just extra stability and being in one area. There's value in both: the conforming static life that gives you the routine, the regularity, especially once you find an area that you like most. But when you have an issue, whether it was be like the coronavirus, whether it's like getting laid off, whether it's like you have to go visit a sick relative in another state, when you get a life-changing circumstance, the mobile RV lifestyle gives you what you need at that moment, which is flexibility to change and adapt to circumstances in society or in your personal life that the regular person cannot adapt to as quick. Okay. Both benefits, the static and the mobile lifestyle, have value. Everything in life comes down to a little bit of how you view things. Again, the majority of people, I don't think, would thrive in the mobile lifestyle because, again, humans are creatures of habit. And we've even seen it like with the coronavirus. Like, look how long it's taken people to even want to consider wearing a mask. Almost like 6 months, right? So, however, over time, years, people kind of accept a new reality. Okay, it took a while for people to accept a motorized car over a horse. Believe it or not, people fought the motorized vehicle. People fought the industrialized revolution, okay? And every other revolution, for every other reason. It takes humans a while to change, at least the mass population, the majority. So if housing continued to become unaffordable, if jobs continue to change rapidly, and if people found and accepted that the best way to deal with this new society is living mobile, then yes, more and more people would live mobile in an RV or whatever. And some people say that's partly why RV prices have gone up and campgrounds are more full. That may be a little bit, but again, most of those people in their RVs and campgrounds, they have a home base. And many people bought a home base after the coronavirus. Even I looked at, and I always look at it because I always keep all my options open. One thing I love about the mobile lifestyle is I like to just dream and fantasize and sometimes plan and research what all my options are because I like having a lot of options. So, I think for many people, whether you're getting out of divorce, whether you're destitute, or whether you are just looking to live a more freeing, flexible life, I think the mobile lifestyle, if done right, can provide a lot of value to you. Okay. It can provide aggravation. It can provide a lot of cost. I was looking at one motorhome. It was a beautiful one, and it was like $150,000. Okay. I remember looking at motorhomes, and ones I were liking, like the Class B vans, were like 50 to 70. Now, some of the ones I'm looking at that are just a little bit upgraded are 150,000. You can get a house for that. So, it's a discipline to live the mobile RV lifestyle and to buy the cheaper RV that may not be as exciting. Now look, even if you bought an expensive RV, if you budgeted it, some of the motorhomes and the big expensive ones, you're allowed to finance them for 20 years, almost like a house you can finance for 30 years. So there's ways to get around it. Again, it comes down to a budget, though. Everything comes down to a budget, right? So whether you're going to buy a $5,000 used travel trailer or you're going to buy a $150,000 new motorhome, what are the economics? What's the monthly budget? Do you have a $2,000 per month monthly budget that you can sustain a lifestyle on that? Do you have a $1,000 a month budget? Do you have a $5,000 a month budget? What's your job? What's your savings? What's your investments? What's your debt? Right? So there's no lifestyle in this world that you can ignore having a budget, having a plan, having some science and data to back up your desires. Sometimes people look at the RV mobile lifestyle as an escape from reality. And while I do think that the mobile RV lifestyle provides an escape from some of the systems, some of the entrapments of, a mortgage, of property taxes going up, of utility bills, because a lot of these RVs now, you can pretty much live off grid. So I think you can escape some of the system, but you can't escape cost. You can escape some debt, but you can't escape cost. And if you're always going to have expenses, that means you're always going to have income. However, you're going to have it for you, whether it's disability or you're a CEO, you got to have income. And then you have to have a budget based on a sustainable income that you can kind of assure that you're going to get for several years. And then you have to do that within a aspect of you have enough income to not only cover your expenses, but to have a surplus of savings at the end of the month so that you're never living paycheck to paycheck. Remember, as I make this video, and for the past several decades, most of society, even in America, which is considered the wealthiest society, most of society, 70 to 80%, still lives paycheck to paycheck. And some of that percentage, including me, which I used to be in, is just based off that they're not disciplined in their financial habits. I've worked my entire adult life, still do. So, and some I had great jobs. And what I could tell you is you could have a great job. You can be working 2 jobs, a side jobs on the weekend, and you could still be living paycheck to paycheck because you're not paying attention to your budget. You're sticking your head in your sand. You're sticking your head in the sand and you're ignoring it. I did that for a while. So there's a level of consciousness, of awareness, of focus, of discipline that you have to apply towards your life, or else nothing good is going to come out of it. It's like you kind of get what you put into something. You have to put some effort. You have to put some effort into your life, into your lifestyle, into your planning, into your desires, okay? Because if you just put emotion, then you're going to be led astray. Now, if you just put logic, you're never going to be inspired. Inspiration is divine emotion, but you have to balance it. You have to have logic, emotion, the grace of God, all these things. So do I think the future of the world is living mobile to fill the gap for affordable housing and flexibility as technology changes economies? For some, yes. For most, no. Because most people are creatures of habit and it will take them several years to change habits. However, if conditions continue to go a certain way, people at the end of the day would have no choice but to adapt, whether it's a mobile lifestyle or whatever. So that's the video. I hope my videos help you. If they do, I appreciate it if you click the thumbs up. Also, please consider clicking that blue join button, which will give you unlimited access to all my live chats, which I do every day. Okay, also give you a custom badge, 5 custom emojis, and I appreciate all my current members, and I thank you with a heart of gratitude. You could also check out my playlist. All my 2,000 plus videos are free, and so thank you. I appreciate those who watch and support the channel. Keep pushing forward, intentionally living your life, working hard at it to make it better, because you can make your life better. You do need the grace of God. You do need some things to fall your way. Don't try to figure out all the sadness of the world, because that's a dark hole. Just do the best you can. All right? Peace and love. Stay positive.